Well, hi folks. Here we are, October 21st, Wednesday. Trust everybody is fine. As usual, we'll have some links in the description end. I see there's Dr.SHIVA has launched a $1 billion+ lawsuit in, I believe it's Massachusetts, for voter. They suspended his Twitter account at the bequest of some government officials in the state. And of course he is claiming voter fraud. So I'll put the links there. And I suppose, what can you say? Have you been paying attention? I know a lot of people are scrambling now, trying to keep themselves together. You know, but as we look at the world economy and the financial institution, they're scrambling, trying to get everything reset. The domino sort of falling around, and I might put a link into that, what they're doing with the Great Reset from George Gammon. Give you an idea. Maybe you already know, but just in case you're not sure, he explains some terms that they're floating about. And I suppose the biggest takeaway we can have is we look at North America, Canada, and the United States. In Canada, we have a government, our Prime Minister, scrambling, trying to cover up the scandal, keeping anybody from asking questions. And of course, that's with the Liberals and the NDP colluding to do that. Well, the way the NDP are colluding, they would like to answer questions too on the scandal, but the government is sort of saying, hey, we'll call an election if you guys want to do that. Then, of course, then it's off the table. The government is so sure it would get a majority. I think it's much like the Premier of British Columbia, Hogan, figures he's getting a solid majority to carry on. I guess everybody's looking, the U.S. have an election. Hell, why? We must all have an election, right? It's intriguing. Now, perhaps Hogan will get a surprise. Maybe enough people like the idea of having not to pay sales tax for a year, and then less in the second year. Just might think that's a good idea for the average individual, and just might give the NDP a surprise. It's sort of a doubtful thing, but it could happen. And same with Trudeau. They could call a snap election and find people just totally ticked off with the whole thing. Now take the states and Canada and put all the garbage together. With the Joe Biden scandal, the Hunter Biden scandal, the Russian collusion scandal, all the garbage that's been going on there since Trump was elected. And then you look at the biggest cheerleader against Trump, the greatest cheerleader for the Democrats and for all this goofiness that's going on, is who? CNN. And I suppose you can summarize that whole ball of wax, and throw Canada's scandal in there too. If people don't really think that the mainstream media is totally on side of the Liberals and the Democrats, left-wing people, and if you're looking, you got to be really disappointed if you analyze it and you're looking at all of the evidence and facts that we have out so far. Not just innuendo and gossip and some whistleblower that you can't name sort of thing, but the things that are on the table. I suppose it's got to be disappointing to think that the main political analyst at CNN, he sort of sums up this whole thing with what all these people are about. And I'm talking about Jay Jerkoff. I mean, it's sort of crazy, but that pretty much sums up this whole thing. It's just so rigged, so stupid, so it's just sort of disgusting when you think about it. These people are trying to run the show. Crazy, man, crazy. I don't care what side one is on. If you look at that, stand back and look at that. You've got to acknowledge that it is beyond crazy. And the chief political, someone said to me this morning, well, everybody has got crazinesses that they've done. But if you're the main political analyst for CNN and you're on a Zoom call and you do what he was alleged to have done, how can you have much respect for these clowns? How can you have much respect for these clowns? And unless you just can't tell fact from fiction, illusion from reality, who's lying and who isn't. You're sort of, and you're following the CNN crew, and the rest of them aren't much better than this Yahoo. You're following the CBC crew, the CNN, the ABC, CBC, BBC. You're following these idiots, and under the auspice that they're journalists, the talking head folks, you got to be disappointed as you just sort of stand back and look at it all and see how bamboozled you've been. We all have been. It's crazy. But that's enough for now. I would like to say more, but a lot of people are getting sort of tweeted out. This disappears, well, it'll be on BitChute and on Parler. So we're there as well as Twitter and YouTube. So it's a crazy world time, crazy world, folks. And I'll put those links for the financial end. That's sort of intriguing. Another thing that's important, the seismic activity in the Pacific Northwest is continuing. Some hot spots under some volcano areas. And of course, we're more worried about the bug from Wuhan than we are about the possibility of a Big Bang here. But anyway, take care. We'll see you tomorrow if we're not shaken into the ocean. Bye for now.